Hello, hello, and hello to all of my Pisces. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your Freedom Friday message, Pisces. Let's go. Let's see what your cards have to say. Let's see what your cards have to say, Pisces. Let's see what your cards have to say. Let's see what your cards have to say, Pisces. This reading is for the 16th of June, Pisces, through the 16th of July. Let's go. All right, here we have the Five of Pentacles. Somebody is on the cusp of opening up their vault door, but guess what? All right, here we have the Death card in reverse. Okay, so we have the Five of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Wands. We have the Death card in reverse. We also have the Three of Pentacles, and then also the Wisdom card, right? So we have the Death card in reverse. We have the Wisdom card. We also have the Five of Pentacles, like I said before. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We also have the Six of Wands. We also have the Three of Pentacles. So somebody is definitely operating in their purpose. I love it. I love it. I love it. Remember, excuse me, Pisces, your purpose is not a job title. You can do your purpose in any job, right? So if you're a healer, no matter what your job is, a street sweeper, a singer, a dancer, songwriter, an author, whatever, you can still heal people with the soul that you put into it. You're feeding people's soul, right? With that. But it looks like something from something that you were victorious with as far as your past is concerned. There are some people who feel like to some degree they're kind of left out in the cold, right? Remember, you are the only person that has the key to your universe, Pisces. Key to your vault. So you have to decide what's behind your own vault. Like when you walk into if you've ever been like visited a bank vault to some degree, you know it's not just money in there, just not just paper and coins. Sometimes there's jewels in the bank. The vault. Sometimes there's papers, whatever. So for you, it could represent a romantic relationship. It could represent a soul tribe. It could represent a lot of things behind your vault. A lot of money, career success, whatever. You're the person who has the key to it. So Source wants you to be present and not to be overwhelmed. Remember, we kicked off this last cycle and we're coming down. We're finishing strong, so we're no longer in Pisces moon, but we had a last quarter moon phase in Pisces. It kicked off that last quarter moon phase. And so everybody is getting an opportunity, Pisces, to kind of sort of see things through your lens. Like how you can easily get overwhelmed and how you need to give your spirit a bath every single day, right? A bath or a spiritual shower, listening to chakra cleansing music or listening to meditation music with water sounds in the background, whether it's thunderstorm, black screen, or whether it's just waterfall sounds. Like that needs to happen every single day, Pisces, without fail, because that's cleaning off something, is making room for the new. Just like when it rains outside, it's beautiful when it rains outside. I know a lot of people say, oh my God, I hate rain, because it, be careful about that natural resource of rain, because it's washing away the debris, making room for a sunnier day, a brighter day, right? So you are not outside of anything. Like, you are very, very aware. There are some energies from your past that can't let some things go. They can't just let it go. They want to pull you back emotionally to that. And you victoriously decided, I'm moving on from my past. I've gotten on my horse. I've galloped right into my next cycle of my life. And there's some people from your past just cannot let things die, depending on who they are. For them, it felt like a scorpion sting. Somebody felt like, they lost, so they got to go gather up whoever else they need to gather up, create lies, all kinds of stuff, Pisces. You've already moved on. You're in your perfect alignment as far as your wealth is concerned, meaning you're in your purpose. And so Source is saying, just because we're coming to the end of a cycle, just think of it this way. Like when you're coming to the end of a friendship, end of any kind of a relationship, whether it's a job, a friendship, family situation, depending on how traumatic it was, and because we're looking at the Death card here and it's attached to Scorpio or Scorpion sting, you're becoming wiser and wiser about how some people perceive you moving on from their lives, whether it's relatives or soul family, past soul family, or leaving on a job, leaving from one department to the next. For some people, they feel like they're not ready to let you go. Some love interests feel like they're not ready to let you go. They're not ready to let it go. Like the emotion, the hurt feelings of feeling stung by something. They're not ready to let it go, right? And that's their ego. That's their ego. They're not even looking at it as like God allows something to happen and that they too have the power to move on from something. They're just looking at it like, I just can't let it go. I cannot let, like they are just like obsessed until they have a tower moment. And so that ego for them will cause them to do or say something that will keep sending negative energy out into the universe until it keeps hitting them harder and harder until they have a rock bottom experience. But for you, you moving on to legacy wealth. Here we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Emperor card, the Empress card, the Moon card, and also the Fool card. So, lots of major things happening. The Wheel card. So source is saying some good things are actually happening. Somebody feels like they're going through a rebirth of abundance and prosperity. You no longer feel foolish. As a matter of fact, somebody feels liberated from their past. Two situations in particular. Somebody feels liberated from their past. You've gotten a lot wiser about how it's harder for some people to let things go even though you have moved on. That's why on a lighter end, some people will say, oh my God, I really miss you. I remember we used to do this together. We used to do that, even though you've moved on to something. That's why emotions run high at funerals and weddings. Somebody feels like they lost something, so a fight could break out. You know, somebody could cry, somebody could burst out laughing, somebody could sit there like they're completely zombified out because some people are trying to wrap their head around you being out of their lives and they have no more access to you. You've moved on to legacy. So somebody could be, like I said, whether you're creating legacy in a business sense with a partner, a business partner, or in a romantic situation with a romantic partner, you're creating legacy. And I do see somebody, you know, really in that leadership energy. You're literally leaving some things behind, and some people just cannot wrap their head around it. So keep in mind too, when people are desperate to somehow re-enter your life, they'll do anything, even down to filing a lawsuit against you, just to have some kind of FaceTime with you, just to have. It's just craziness. And for you, like I said, start saying every day, I'm cleaning out my ear gate and my eye gate. As I'm getting closer and closer to winding down this cycle, I don't want my past to resurface in any way, shape, form, or fashion, especially since it looks like somebody's experiencing some very low vibration emotions about some things. There's definitely some energies trying to pull you back to a lower frequency, but again, it's because they cannot let something die. For them, they're like, they're just, it could be people who are vengeful. It could be all kinds of stuff. And even if, let me just say this. Hold on. Here we have the Ace of Swords, the High Priestess, the Five of Swords. Like I said, two energies, the Sun card, the Page of Wands, and also the Page of Cups. Even if you were to tell them straight up to their face, I want nothing to do with you. You know, for them, it's like a person who can't close out a cycle until they know why. You don't have to tell people why. I want nothing to do with you. I want nothing to do with that at all. So stay in your purpose. Stay in your light. You know, just keep thanking God that your past is not colliding. Remember, see this right here? See this person they have, this Five of Swords right here. So it could be three energies, right? But anyway, these two situations right here, somebody, like, even though it's over, you were victorious in it, keep bringing it up. Is going to cause you to look like you're the person that's hostile. Every time you think about it, you seems like you come across as hostile, and people pick up on energy. People, if you start to notice on social media, a lot of people are starting to learn how to listen to that inner voice, their intuition, Pisces. So some people are moving away from just religion, like I got to get answers from the church, or I got to get answer from this place with four walls and there's one leader there. I'm going directly to God for answers. Is for what some people are saying. That's where your breakthrough is going to come in. When you say my past is a part of my past, even if people are not letting stuff die and move on, they can't believe that I've moved on with my life without them, that I'm building legacy. Some people would love to see you unhappy, not going into business. They would love, because remember, this energy right here is making an impact on your community and the world at large. They would love to be able to taint that. But staying in your light, I'm trying to help somebody. Staying in your light and staying focused, Pisces, let God handle it. Because by the time they have any access to you, even if it's from a nosebleed seat, and what I mean by that is just like, even if you were to do a speaking engagement and all of a sudden people are like, oh my God, I got a chance to meet Pisces and such and such and such. Even your exes trying to resurface from the past, even ex-family members that you no longer mess with anymore, like ex-relatives that you no longer consider as family. Let me be clear. Ex-friends that you no longer consider as friends, ex-acquaintances, because some people will say they know you through another person and they don't really know you at all. right? They don't really know you. They may have had some experiences with you, but they don't really know you. So source is saying, I'm sending fresh cup of water across your path. That fresh cup of water could be, just like I said, new creative ideas. It can be a new person. Everything is energy, but it's new fresh water coming across, youthful water. Hey, yeah, page energy again. And it's, like I said, new ideas. So youthful ideas. Somebody feels like they had a large, fresh cup of water, whether it's through your ear gate, eye gate, you swallowed fresh water, clear water, where you're able to detox and remove some things from your spirit. But again, Pisces, kudos and congratulations to you. Somebody from your past, they just cannot move on from something because they can't let their ego die. Their ego feels like, okay, I got something to say. I gotta get something out. I felt foolish. I need to. That's their ego. That has nothing to do with you. Remove it outside of your universe. You want nothing to do with certain energies. Here we have the 5 of hearts, the 2 of hearts, the 8 of hearts, the 6 of hearts, the 7 of hearts, and also the 6 of diamonds. So the past, you were looking for people's approval, but now you're not. And so God is saying you came to the right place for the approval to open up your vault door to everything that you want. So if you want to be in spaces, like sometimes you look up and you go, gosh, I can't believe I'm in these spaces right now, making an impact on people, your community and the world at large. There's a lot of water here. You're a water sign. We have, the 6 of cups, the 8 of cups, the 7 of cups, 5 of cups, and also the 2 of cups. So again, it can be new love coming across somebody's path, soulmate energy, if that's what you want. But soulmate is sometimes just a new friend, somebody, a new potential friend, somebody you meet and your souls are connected. You just feel like, I feel easy talking to them, right? We also have the 5 of cups. After somebody's been lamenting for a long time, source is saying to you, stay in your light, stay in your light, operate in childlike faith, toss out all that bitterness of the stuff from your past just because people cannot let stuff die. Source is saying to you, for you, you've closed out the cycle airtight. You've decided to move on, and it's harvest time for you. It's harvest time. So somebody not wanting something to die, they just got to get the last word in, and they got to say one last thing. They got to prove to a group of people that they know you or they know something about you. Give it no air. Pay it in dust. Turn off the water faucet. That's what Source wants somebody to do, is turn off the water faucet. Somebody has given way too much emotion to something from your past. And by the way, as we're closing out cycles, God will download, especially if you are flushing out, if you are near a lot of water or you are listening to water sounds every single night, which I suggest that you all do, because that's like taking a bath or cleaning yourself up before you get into a bed, or cleaning off you, or when you wake up in the morning. Let it play around your house, on a continuous basis. Somebody definitely felt like the Fool in upright and in reverse. Here we have the Joker card. We also have the 5 of diamonds. We have the 5 of hearts, the 10 of diamonds. We have the 6 of diamonds, and also the 3 of clubs. And so this lets me know, like this right here, 2 situations right here, you're very, very close. God could be bringing things to the surface for you. But again, we also have 2 5 of pentacles, but we also have 2 10 of pentacles. So it's definitely something that is for you, like when you look back at certain energies, for them it's all about money, like paper and coins money, right? It's also about, these energies, because they can't let something die. You are becoming wiser about certain energies, not necessarily certain, well, to some degree, certain zodiac signs, but what they look like at their lowest frequency, and just how, even if you met a high vibrating certain zodiac signs, you're like, okay, I know if I hear certain buzzwords or I see certain actions with them, I roll, or, they got to have all the attention and energy around them at all the time, or they have this God complex, or whatever the case may be. I already know they have it in them. I've already gone through that. I don't need to be around that type of energy. I need to move on from it. So, like I said before, the Fool card came out twice, but it also in reverse and upright. So there's still some things about, your past where you're like, wow, why won't people just move on with their lives? Why can't they just, don't even keep asking why? You're too wise. You already know. Source is saying, I'm giving you some time to just move on. Just go ahead and open up your vault door. Be in the here, in the now, in the present. You're not looking for their approval. Right. Remember, we had, like I said before, the six of you're not looking for approval from human. You're just thanking God that that's no longer a part of your life. Here we also have the five of hearts came out twice. You've lamented over something long enough. Sources saying just because certain people won't let something die because they're obsessed. They're literally obsessed. Here we have the three of clubs, and so sources like just look to your future, stand over a body of water, and look at the expansion of your creativity. It's like as far out as you can see the water, or as far down deep as the water. Remember, that's how you're also resetting and recharging, Pisces. So source wants you to look at that water and go, "Wow, this is my element. I'm actually in my element." Whether you can swim or not, you can stand on the edge of something and just look at the water and say, "I'm actually in my element." Right? So let me go drink some more water. Keep a lot of water near you. Flush out your system. You know, when you feel like, okay, I have blockages, physical blockages there. If you feel like you need to get a massage, do what you need to do to keep your water flushed out. Let's see what else we got going on here, so we can get ready to close out your reading, Pisces. But this is nice. Like I said before, there's some people from your past that just don't want to let something die, because the way that they close out things is in such a very low vibrational way. They like drama. They like people to cuss them out. They want a physical fight. I mean, just as low vibrational as you can think, the lowest. Source is saying to you, let God handle the past and you move on. Here we have faith in your dreams. That's right. Use your imagination. You all are ruled by Neptune. Use your imagination to dream bigger. Sit down and practice visualization that they're nowhere in sight and that those doors are swinging wide open. Your vault doors are swinging wide open, and life is just great for you. Life is great for you, especially without those energies. Life is great for you because like I said, certain people, as you're gaining wisdom and you're learning that certain things are over from your past, and some people, they're just vengeful, you know. So here we have grief, right? Tears are what happens when the ice in the heart melts. Yeah, it's just some people, they just can't move on. Like they just can't. They cannot believe that something is over, so they're still mourning and they're still grieving. That's why I gave you all like an example of, like, you know, at a wedding or a funeral or some major life-changing event. You know, people cry. Even at their kids' graduation, people feel like, oh my God, that's, my baby is not a baby, and when they graduated from kindergarten, those are very serious emotions, because again, somebody feels like they're losing something, or like when your child gets a best friend and you're no longer their best friend, or your kids leave the house, or when you left the house. If you don't have kids and when you left the house, your parents are like, oh my God, we're empty nesters. They may have seemed like, woohoo, we're happy, but just not having your presence around. You gone away to school, or you moved on, or whatever the case may be. There's some kind of a mourning, grieving process happening. So Source is saying to you, while you are a very compassionate sign and you understand that some people just cannot move on without your presence in their lives anymore, it does not give them the right to try to grab you back with some false accusation, some kind of lies, some kind of, you know, smear campaign and all that other stuff. Source is like, just keep on moving on and let God handle it. That's what God is trying to tell somebody. Let God handle this situation. You move on and let God handle it. Let me make sure we got everything. Let's get another oracle card and let's get ready to close it out, Pisces. But you all get the gist of what's happening here. You all know, you know, what's happening here. So to some degree, you know, you may have felt foolish, like, why didn't I see certain things? You know, why didn't I know certain things and that kind of thing? But guess what? It's all a process. It's all learning, right? That's what life is, a series of tests, learning. That's why some people say, I'm sick and tired of that test, and they just zombify out until they have no choice but to wake up to certain things. And here we have intuition. God wants you to really start listening to your intuition, because that number 2 + 8 is 10, instant manifestation of things. Source is saying to you, you can instantly manifest the life that you want. You can either instantly manifest, hey, that 5 of Pentacles or that 10 of Pentacles. That 10 of Pentacles is like, I see myself walking through that vault door of everything that I want. The friendships, the love of my life, if that's what you want. So not everybody wants to be in a romantic relationship, so there's definitely no pressure there. I see the energy of money flowing to me easily and flowing to me fast. I see, you know, I have an accountant, I have an attorney, I have a team of people helping me with things. I see my numbers increasing. I mean, like, I see all of this in my vault. So you don't feel like I'm left out of anything. because the truth of the matter is that they feel left out of your life to some degree. They feel like to some degree, some of them have a God complex where they feel like they're entitled to your legacy, wealth, and there's a lot of wealth attached to your legacy. So here we have 00, further confirming, close them out airtight, like you see these two zeros here. Close them out airtight. I am observant. Angels ask for your attention. Open your eyes, listen, and think about everything that is happening. Pisces, trust your intuition and follow their guidance without any delay. Focus inward through meditation and prayer. That's right. Close out these cycles airtight. Even emotionally. That's what Source is saying to you. It's two situations that you lamented over in the past, and anything that's connected to those two situations, them somehow not being able to get over something or heal from something, trying to drag you backwards. Source is saying no more lamenting over that. Be grateful that you moved on from those things. That's where your breakthrough is going to come in. And like I said, see expansion all around you without those energies. Like I said, somebody could be watching you on social media and still like, I'm not over certain things. I feel like Pisces owes me an explanation. I feel like Pisces owes me, an apology. I feel like, Pisces got over on me in some degree, or whatever they may feel. Pisces, all I can tell you is that Source wants you to move forward in your vault, enjoy your absolute best life, continue making your impression on the world, your impact on the world, your community, and the world at large in a very positive way, operating in your light and just leaving all of that stuff behind. Close it out airtight, including get rid of pictures, text messages, emails, block numbers. Go through your cell phone before we get to this next cycle that begins on the 18th. Go through your cell phone. That may be a clear indication. Oh, okay, gosh, some of these numbers I need to get rid of. I need to start going and delete some of these. Because I don't talk to these people. I haven't talked to these people in a long time. And when I think about it, I remember where I was. It takes me down this dark rabbit hole, this never-ending, depressing state. I need to get rid of those things, right? And not only that, hold people around you accountable too. If they're still talking about certain things that was traumatic for you, let them know. Listen, those things were traumatic for me. They don't need to know exactly what it is, Pisces. Those things were traumatic for me. I ask that you stop talking about it, and if people are pushing it, they just remove themselves from your universe. They lost access to you. This is your physical and mental health that God wants you to start protecting and keeping clean every single day. So everything that you want will come to you. Everything that you want to attract will come to you. And so hold the people accountable that's in your universe that still have access to you. You don't want to talk about certain things, tell them. I don't want to talk about that. There's just too many. It's some good memories in there, but it's some really traumatic memories in there. And so I'm not trying to mix the good with the bad. I'm not like I'm trying to escape a reality, because some people will make it seem like it wasn't as bad. You should have gotten over that by now, but they don't know how traumatic certain things were for you. Remove them from your universe. Remove them from your universe so you can go on about living. Don't worry about what they say or, oh my God, I can't believe, they living in a fantasy land, and it doesn't really matter. Remember, you are the last sign in the Zodiac. You're a water sign. You can get easily overwhelmed because you're the last sign, and you're a divine feminine water sign. So everything is attracted to water. You don't want your water to be contaminated even with one drop of toxicity. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. I will see you all on Sunday. Again, I'm talking to you if you have Pisces anywhere in your chart, including if Pisces is your MC or IC, or if you're on the cusp of Aquarius or Aries. I am talking to you, Pisces. I will see you Sunday. Bye.